Good evening and welcome to Sparkle Light Spiritual Chat Show. And it is Tuesday night and it's 7 o'clock. And we have a lovely guest on with us this evening. Her name is, I'm going to do all this spiel for you, Julie Silver, who is the Vitality Fairy, she's known as. Now, Julie is a nutritional therapist. She's also a health coach and she's a stress management coach as well. And she has over 25 years of experience in the industry. And she is also an accomplished author of 2 books. One being, her book is called Food Awakening. It's called, and Nutrition for Now. I haven't read it yet, but I will be reading it because I'm on one of these health kicks at the moment. So I'm looking forward to reading that. So it's called Food Awakening, Nutrition for Now. And you can buy that on Amazon or any other stores. And also she's got an ebook out, which is Fertility Naturally as well. Julie's also been on radio shows. She's been on the TV as well. And she does lots of stuff for corporate functions, corporate work, etc. But our mission really at the end of the day is to empower individuals to actually finding out what makes them healthier and happier within, and also tapping into their true inner potential with some simple kind of natural techniques that she's going to share with us this evening. It's also to enhance physical, emotional and mental well-being, along with strengthening the immunity of the body as well. It all interlinks together as one, because let's face it, if we're not well, it affects us physically, it affects us mentally, and vice versa. So I would like to welcome first my co-host, who is Judith Miller, who will be on with me tonight. And here she is. Judith, there you go, darling. Hi there, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, tonight.
Yeah.
Look down.
Yeah. Good.
Great night ahead of us, haven't we?
We've got a great night ahead of us. Yeah, I've got a wee bit of Irish accent to come out there, Judith.
You're picking it up right there. To be sure.
Yeah, I know. Well, my family's Irish, but I didn't expect that to happen.
I might end up speaking Scottish by the end of the night. You never know.
Oh my goodness, we're honestly like.
So that's
Anyway, without any further ado, I would like to welcome our lovely guest this evening, Julie Silver. Okay, so Julie, how are you doing, darling? You were thinking you're mad.
Oh, takes one to know one, it's the same. I might be speaking Scottish or Irish soon.
Oh, it's great to have you on the show this evening, and thank you so much for accepting the request to join us.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
It's going to be quite a really nice conversation about where your journey began and what brought you into all of this as well. I've got a few questions, and I'm sure Judith has got some questions to add to the scene too. How did it start for you then, Julie? Have you always been quite interested in
well, it's funny you should ask that, Alice. When I was 11, I did a talk on vitamins and minerals for some exam, which I was spluttering and stuttering, and it was just awful. But where I got that topic from, it must have been within me. You know, I do believe that whatever we're meant to do, we'll do. And I was kind of into health. My mum and dad got into kind of health because I think it was like some little health issue in the family, and yeah, they just kind of started to get into that. So, you know, I was intrigued, and then there was a health shop kind of around the corner from us, and I was like, oh, I wish I could afford all these things to buy. And so I suppose I was into it. And then I was thinking, you know, I'd put some salad on my sandwich, and I like chocolate nuts and raisins instead of just chocolate on its own, and you know, try to be a little bit healthy. But I wasn't really, I was just like a little tiny bit in there. And then when I was 27, I gave birth to my son, my lovely son Dan. And within weeks, I can't remember, especially, it was probably weeks or the month or so, 6 weeks, that he started to develop severe eczema all over his body, which just got worse and worse. And he had severe allergies to dairy and eggs, nuts, things like that, which I didn't know. Obviously, I only found out about the dairy because he put his hand in a cereal bowl by accident, scratched the back of his neck, and he got a massive rash. Oh. And then he took, when I went out for dinner, I was with my husband, and there was these relishes, and he put some relish that had dairy in it to his lips, and he just woke up in the night. It was like, bright red and couldn't breathe properly, and it was just awful. So that's how I kind of found out that I was severely allergic to dairy. So I just kind of, did what the doctors told me, gave him antibiotics and this steroid cream, and it just didn't feel right. And then it just kind of kept getting worse. It cleared up, got worse, and I just thought there must be another way. So I used to get this magazine, I think, called Here's Health, and it said nutritional therapy could help. So I went to see this nutritional therapist, and I thought, wow, this is intriguing. I thought, and really just kind of triggered something within me to think, you know what, I don't eat that healthily, really. And I want to do this for me as well. And I used to go and see her and take her advice on board and help my son. And then I remember sitting there one day and thought, oh, this is what I want to do. But I don't know how, because I'm completely exhausted. And I didn't know, anything about, nutrition and studying or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, I decided after I felt, I was a lot better, than I was. Not that I had any serious health issues. It was just, normally IBS and
Well, it is a case, isn't it? You are what you eat, isn't it?
Exactly.
Really
Exhausted, and my stress was really high. And then when I was 28, my dad dropped dead of a heart attack. He was only 57. So that was like, oh my gosh, you just don't know, do you? You've got to look after yourself, I suppose. So, he didn't know, he was unaware, that he wasn't ill, supposedly. So anyway, and then there was a lot of differences with my husband, because I got into the, on the spiritual journey, spiritual path, and I was really into health, well-being and spiritual stuff, it was quite prominent, and he wasn't. So that led me to think, I actually went to see a medium when my dad died, about nearly a year afterwards. And she told me things about my life that I thought, oh my gosh, nobody knew this. And she told me, things that I was going to do and study. And I thought, oh my gosh, yeah. I think
little things make sense.
Yeah, I was told by, I think it was her or another reader, that I would work for myself. And I said, no, I won't. I said, I won't work for myself because that just was so daunting. I said, no, never. I'm like, no. She won't have anyone telling you what to do. And I said, oh, okay, well, that'd be good. But anyway, so I went to study holistic therapy and stress management with nutrition on the course. It was a fantastic course. I learned so much about everything, about all the massage and the stress management, and some counselling and introduction to homeopathy and body alignment. And but the nutrition was quite scientific, and I saw that there was a course like a natural nutrition. So then when I finished this course, 2 years, I did that for another 2 years, and then I've done so much with different philosophies and different healing modalities and everything, that I've got to the point now that I don't kind of think, not one size fits all anyway. And I believe, and that's what it says in my book. That's my book, Nutrition, Food Awakening Nutrition for Now.
I was just looking at, yeah.
About, and what I kind of, wrote about, which was going to be very different to other books, is that there's no right or wrong. And it's when your soul is ready, for changes, it will, you will just do it, as the Nike advert says, you'll just do it. And if it's not, it won't. It doesn't matter who tells you, it doesn't matter what illness you've got. There's people that have got lung cancer told to stop smoking. Some of them do, some of them don't. And it's not,
You touched on allergens, and you were talking about your son. Was it your son?
Yes.
Yeah. That he developed allergens. I know Alice talks about allergens, and our youngest daughter had multiple allergens her whole life. So she basically couldn't have the free from stuff because she was allergic to the stuff in the free from. And as she's went through different challenges, she's lost allergens, she's gained new ones that maybe she was high in before, and she would have been maybe off the scale with almonds, and now she can have almonds, but it's like switched. And her body would actually, she can have safe food and she can anaphylax to safe food because her body tricks it. So what did you discover about? So I'm really interested, in the allergens, and I know, Alice, you talk about allergens as well.
Yeah, I have psoriatic arthritis. I've also got allergies to like limonene, linalool, tea tree oil, and I never used to have. This all came.
Yeah, it changes.
In the menopause. Actually, it was during the menopause. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, on one level,
Julie, about the allergens, sorry.
I'd say on one level that nothing happens by chance. All meant to be, and people can think, oh, I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing that. It's not. No one's doing anything wrong, and whatever you're drawn to is right. You've got to experience certain things. We have not come into this life to everything to be plain sailing and just,
right, yeah,
completely balanced, because that's not how we kind of grow, and that's not what our soul needed on this journey. On a level that's not kind of spiritual, I would say it's always to do with the gut and the liver, and that's digestion, and so it's strengthening that, and that is linked to your immune system. So once you kind of do things like that, the allergies can just go. And we're going through a most incredible cleansing time. So people can sometimes feel worse as they're going through it, but we're going from like carbon, aren't we? That carbon density, to the crystalline. So it's like, they say with a diamond, the friction that it has to go through to kind of become this beautiful diamond. So it can feel worse, but it's what you're drawn to. And I will give people all the advice. I will tell people what I'm doing, and anything inspires them, and they think, yeah, you know what, that's what I need to do. That's right. And if not, it's maybe not the right time for them. But there's always, if somebody listens to this live or afterwards, I would always say it's not by chance. They will take something away. They will take whatever they need. And maybe in a few months, years, whenever, they might do other things. Actually, I thought there's no way I could do what I'm doing now, food-wise, and what I eat and what I don't eat anymore. And I always say, don't try and give it up anyway. Don't try and give anything up. Bring in healthy things, healthier things. And what is healthy anyway? It's I would say one man's meat is another man's poison. So it's what is healthy for that person.
Sorry, Julie. Sorry, the book that you just showed a minute ago, can you show that again for anybody? Just have another look. And for Food Awakening Nutrition for Now. Now, I also know this is going to podcast, so people won't see the description of the book. Yes. Can you just enlighten us a little bit of what is in the book, for people to maybe be encouraged to buy it, Julie?
Sure. Okay. I'm just going to read some of the things that are in. So there's the introduction, nutrition for now, the law of nutritional attraction, which is why you're drawn to certain things. Again, not by chance. And then about
that the other week too, weren't we?
Yeah. Sorry, Julie, carry on.
And about that it's, it's your life and you've got to find what's right for you rather than be told by anybody, because it's not, it's not up to anybody, to tell you what to do. And it's taking it in like fairy steps, it's everything that, when you think of like decluttering your house, if you thought, okay, I'll take out all the drawers and the cupboards and everything, it'd be overwhelming. So, one simple step at a time. And then how to test allergies and tolerances, which I can talk about now. There's a test you can do for yourself. Deep down, our soul knows what is right and what isn't. And if you're not ready for something, you won't test it, or you will, and then you'll be like, oh no, I'm not doing that. So what I will say is, I'll cover it actually afterwards, but and it's not about time or the energy or even financial or anything like that, because when you're ready, when your soul's ready, you will just do it. So, and if something's making you feel miserable and it's the so-called healthy thing, then it's not doing you any good, because you've got to enjoy the things. And eating in the now. It's about being more mindful when you eat and noticing, am I enjoying this? Am I feeling good with it? And 9 times out of 10, if you do it more mindfully, you'll be like, you probably won't eat as much, and
That's
you'll
so
do it better, you'll enjoy it more, and you'll digest it better. And it's there's certain things like dairy that I felt so much better when I stopped having it. But some people
not a dairy person at all. I found I clicked to dairy. I clicked it. Just doesn't agree with a lot of people.
It doesn't. No. However, some people are okay with dairy, and I'd say, if you can get a really reliable and clean source, get it raw. Your own cow.
We have it raw. Do you get it raw over with you? We have farm vending machines, because I live in the country, so we have it directly from the farm.
Fantastic! Yeah.
So
if you find a reputable farm.
Yeah.
Well, we've started to do that, Judith. That's funny because they're now delivering milk here again, where we never got that before. So it's actually,
it's actually
in the bottles again.
Yes, it's everything's so processed now.
Yeah.
I would say if you're going to have milk, get it as fresh, organic, but raw is good. But the full fat is the best, because it's not been processed.
I don't drink. I'm not a dairy person in any way. No, I don't like milk now. My partner and our children, but they're full milk, semi-skim. But I'm oat milk. I switched to oat milk because oat is quite good. I was told oats was quite good for your stomach. But again, that's like a treat once a week for me in a cappuccino, because I've got out my caffeine but there is, Armin Welsh has asked, what's good for somebody that doesn't produce bile, and for example, bile malabsorption.
What's good for somebody that doesn't bile?
Well, that means that the gut is they call it leaky gut or whatever, but it's always to do with the gut health, and it just depends. There's so many ways you can help heal the gut. The thing that the initial thing is to and remove any kind of foods that are aggravating. For me, for a lot of people, gluten as well. When I read about gluten and wheat, and I thought, I have it for breakfast, for lunch, maybe for dinner, for snacks, for bread, cakes, biscuits, toast, cereal, sandwiches for lunch. And I thought, there's no way. But I tried it for a month, and I just thought, right, I'm going to try and bring in some healthier things. And so, instead I did whole grains. I didn't get the free from stuff, because the additives in the free from stuff are probably worse than the actual thing itself. So
another question. We've got another question, yeah, from Kira.
So yeah, well, I'll cover the gut more, but chemical sensitivities, well, again, it's to do with the liver. It's all to do with the gut and the liver, and so we'll try and talk about that as much as possible.
What about oats then? Is the myth about oats not good for your? Because I was always told oats was very good for your stomach.
It depends. It depends. Again, for some people better, but thing with oats, you can get gluten-free oats as well. They have got some gluten in, and if you're not celiac, then it might be fine. But they've got something called phytic acid, which, you know, it's in grains which can leach minerals, and there's more in oats, so it's best to soak them overnight. Now you can add a drop of, you know, like vinegar, maybe apple cider vinegar, or some lemon juice, and it helps to clear this vitamin, which helps them more digestible. And then you rinse them, and then you cook them with some water, and then add whatever you want. But for breakfast, I would say add a bit of protein, even if it's like just some kind of, you know, healthy nuts or nut butter, nothing with sugar or anything like that. You know, you could add some fruit, or depending on what sweeteners you have, or maybe even some dried fruit like dates, apricots. But again, some people aren't great with too many sweet things, because if you start your day with something sweet, you'll get your blood sugar raised really high, and then it'll take a dive down, and then you'll crave something sweet again, and it gets your insulin secreted, and that's when you keep doing that, that's what leads to kind of pre-diabetes and diabetes. So,
Julie, say somebody is trying to eat more healthier, to keep their body, mind, soul, everything's interlinked, as we know. And somebody's trying to be very conscious. They're trying. So say, you know, our listeners are trying to think, okay, I need to be more healthy. I need to put more thought into things. But maybe, like we started on at the beginning, a lot have allergens, so they can't. There's a lot of the foods that have like the electrolytes, different things, you know, and that they need. So say if they can't have the foods, how can somebody stay on top of that if they're trying to eat in a healthier way? You know, what do they need to do to stay on the likes of, maybe, you know, because our electrolytes is important. So how do we stay on top of that?
Well, again, it's finding out what foods kind of, you know, people react to, and looking at kind of all like the options. But the key really is to kind of just improve the gut. I mean, there's various supplements you can take. I mean, now I recommend, there's this papaya enzyme, bionormalizer, which, I mean, I can give a discount code. I don't sell it. I don't sell any supplements, but that really helps because it's an enzyme. You take it on an empty stomach before bed, and it really helps to heal, you know, the liver and the gut.
Yeah,
help people with kind of skin issues, autoimmune, and help with sleep and hormones and all things like that. So it's what you do first. And actually, one of the key things is, you know, I'm not really, I'd say, you know, like natural things, natural supplements and foods, obviously best, but it's reducing stress as well, because if you're really stressed, then that affects the gut health. And you're not getting quality sleep. So that's why I deal with sleep as well. So it's what you start with. So everyone's different. So one person will say, I'm too stressed to actually think about like the food side, but I could manage, you know, kind of, you know, some relaxation, maybe to sleep better, or they say, I can't sleep well. And then when they get you know, the food right, you know, they don't get those ups and downs, you know, that they eat healthier, more balanced. So it's starting the morning rather than a coffee or something sugary to raise the, you know, insulin too high, is to have something. If you're not hungry and you skip breakfast, fine.
Yeah.
But if you are, it's having something healthy without the sugar, and then or whatever time. I mean, your digestion's optimum between 10 and in the morning and midday. So they say that it's best to have, your largest meal then, but it's not very practical for when people are working to think, oh yeah, I'll have a biggest meal. People want it when they get home. So
yeah, I'm not really a morning person. Are you, Alice? We were talking about this before, and we were saying we find it hard to eat. Like, I'm on decaf coffee, so like I have my decaf coffee in the morning. And Alice, you like a coffee in the morning?
Yeah.
But I could quite happily go to lunchtime and then have something.
Yeah, me too. Or even later. I'm quite bad at that.
That's fine, but the one thing I think that people tend to do, and this is, it's not easy, is to eat too late and to eat close to bedtime, because then you're not going to get the proper sleep, because your body's trying to digest the food, your digestion's trying to shut down, and you just don't sleep as well. And I think it's just training when you're ready, or when someone's ready. I've got a friend who, he was a terrible sleeper. He'd go to bed between 12, like midnight, and 2 in the morning, didn't sleep well at all. And then he read a book, I think it was the 5 o'clock club, and he thought, oh, I'm going to try this. And he got himself up at 5 o'clock, got a lot done and did some exercise and meditation. And then he was exhausted, he was tired that night, so he was in bed by 10. And then it got a bit earlier, like 9. At 9:30, and he said he's never slept so well by just doing something like that. Now, I will give you one of the best tips ever, and I found out about this years ago, and I wasn't ready to do it. Is to get out in the morning daylight. I literally opened the back door, put my head out, and that was it. I thought, right, I can't do any more than that. But I mean, sunrise is great. It's getting lighter in the mornings now. But if you get that early morning light, if you're outside, anyone that walks a dog will probably tell you that, they feel so much better.
Yeah.
And my Qigong exercises now, outside. I did this since lockdown. I was worried about what the neighbours would think, but, they're not bothered. People wait.
I'd like to move on a little bit. Sorry, Julie. It's just that Kira has put a question up. I'd like to get across to you. Okay. And it is, do you have any experience or success with chemical sensitives, like breathing in chemical fragrances, causing allergic reactions and anaphylaxis, etc.?
Oh, we did actually cover that, didn't we? I thought we did. Well, because I said it all stems, from like the liver and the gut.
There's a lot of, even with the fragrances as well coming in.
Yes. So when the liver is a bit compromised, then you will have chemical sensitivities. Anything you'll be just like, oh.
It doesn't have to be indigested, it can be chemicals around you.
I know. So I mean, I use everything natural.
Mm-hmm.
Would you use crystals, Julie?
Crystals?
Right. Yeah. Would you use crystals in your therapy? Because I'm just looking at the lady Kira, and what I'm asking is, I like my crystals, and Alice, I'm sure you probably like your crystals too, but I'm very much into raw crystals, and again, I pick crystals as to how I'm guided. I got raw emerald, and I was like a toy in a kid in the toy shop, had to come home and meditate. And every time I meditated with this raw emerald, it was like mercury, like it was drawing out all these metals, my accent, from my body. And I was like, this has never happened. Yes, I know crystals will draw out energies and different things. But the raw emerald was literally drawn out chemicals, metals, toxins, you would get from like different medications. Have you ever had that, Alice? Have you ever tried that?
No, not really. No.
That might be good for the likes of
absolutely. That sounds great. I've never.
Can you hear a man's voice? Can you hear a man's voice?
Ooh. I thought I could hear something.
Yeah, I could. So I was a bit distracted there. I could hear a man's voice saying something.
Spirit usually joins us, so
Yeah.
they always join us. So when you
That is great to hear about the raw emerald, because there's lots of ways to get heavy metals out of the body, and that is one of the key things for anything like chemical sensitivities and well, any illness really.
Yeah, I was just curious. Had you tried that?
I haven't tried it. No.
Well, see, I love my crystals, but for the lady, now I don't know if raw emerald was just for me at that stage, but or if it specifically for that purpose. But raw crystals have amazing, like they can draw out so much, from our bodies.
Yes. I'm just trying to think what else draws. Yeah. I mean, sometimes if people are having a cleanse and they're just not feeling great, because really the way we cleanse is, you can cleanse through the skin, through, digestive wise, urine, and the other way, feces. And so if those roots, if the bowel's kind of blocked, then it's trying to kind of open up those roots. So
probiotics maybe.
What's that?
Probiotics maybe.
Well, no, probiotics when someone is too congested, and there's a lot of bad bacteria, it's too much. It's like trying to kind of, fertilize your garden and feed all the weeds at the same time. It's just going to make the weeds, not.
Somebody would need to, if that was somebody like Kira was asking there, if it was something she was struggling with, she would need to help her flush her system out first, and then maybe start on probiotics or something like that.
Yeah, it takes time. I wouldn't just go straight in with the probiotics. But if the bowel's blocked, something like that, you could have like soaked linseeds. They call them flax seeds or linseeds.
Yeah, I take them.
So yes, but firstly, and it's the same like with fiber rich food. For some people, great. For some people, not so great. If you've got bowel issues like Crohn's, colitis, anything like that, it's going to be too aggravating. So if you're going to go for fiber, just introduce it very, very gradually.
Or soluble fiber more. People would tend to like the flax seeds or the chia seeds, more of a soluble fiber.
Some people, I'm better with flax seeds. Some people are better with chia seeds. Some people are better with psyllium husk. So whatever, but yeah, firstly, try and get as much kind of, from like do as much with food, and stop making changes, and kind of, have alternatives to, like kind of gluten and dairy. And it's not like it's going to be a long-term thing forever. It's just clean yourself up. I mean, when your house is a mess and you're like, oh, you don't feel great, do you? And as soon as you start doing some cleaning in your house and clear some stuff, you just feel so much lighter.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of doing it kind of gradually, and introducing other foods. So what I did is like the whole grains. I wouldn't recommend too many kind of grains, but just like, a portion of them for some people. And I would soak them like overnight or during the day, depending on when you're going to cook them. So like quinoa and millet, buckwheat, brown rice or white rice.
Probably small dosages, or to ask is maybe what's good for some might not be good for others. Might
That's right, absolutely.
I know if it was me, if I was to have too many grains, that wouldn't be good for me.
Yeah.
So I only know that on a personal level. You get to know your body.
Yeah. Definitely. And if you're vegan, then I wouldn't say the processed vegan products. There's so many plant-based products now that are just so processed, and they've got soya isolate, and they've got like the corn. I used to have
processed foods. Don't be buying processed foods.
It's all fine.
Can I ask you? Sorry, I wanted to ask you before. I didn't want to run out of time without What about the fertility? Yeah, I know you've written an ebook about the fertility.
Yeah.
And what about what is that about?
The people that I've helped with fertility, gluten is a big thing. Again, it's just helping with the liver and
very hard to diagnose.
Pardon?
It's very hard to diagnose celiac and gluten. It's very hard.
Oh, absolutely, but for some people, they just need a break from it. And this woman advised, there was no gluten, just eating healthier, but things like, things with high zinc levels. There's kind of like the bee product, you like bee pollen, and there's bee pollen. You can get it in together. There's different companies that sell it, like bee pollen.
I might be being silly here. Is that honey?
It's not honey.
Is that like raw honey? Is that honey?
It's from the bees. So propolis is and bee pollen. It's from the bees, but it's not actual honey itself. No. And that's really good kind of for fertility because it's got a lot of like nutrients that people are lacking. So a lot of the time it's things that are lacking, and also like stress as well. So it's just taking, like what.
I know a young girl, and they're desperate to start a family, and I said to her, do you know what? Don't focus. The more you really, really focus,
definitely not. Yeah.
Enjoy life and let nature take its course.
Absolutely.
And Alice, I know Alice was a nurse, so I know you would be quite into that, Alice, as in, like the power of the mind and letting things, just.
Yeah. I didn't deal with fertility. I wasn't in that field of nursing, but in nursing in general, obviously mindful, with the mind is very, very powerful, particularly if you're being diagnosed with a prognosis of an illness that is chronic, and it's important that you kind of get your head around things a little bit, that if you're told that you've got cancer, that it's not be all end all. You come on, you like this, so the mind is very powerful, and it's very powerful. We can try, I think, lots and lots of different things, but at the end of the day, if we're defeated to start with and we think, oh, try it, but it's not going to work, it ain't going to work. And
then it's going to manifest into the body, and before you know it, the mind, body, and soul is all unaligned, and we're kind of fighting against everything then. Whereas we need to be, as you say, we need to keep that aligned.
Yeah. But you were so right, Judith. I think it was a cousin of mine, and she was told she couldn't have children, and I think I can't remember what happened, but she kind of let go, and then she ended up having 3 children.
Yeah. You're taking that pressure off yourself, that stress. So
yeah.
So Denise is asking, what's the best way? Is there anything specific you focus on to help clear the liver of toxins?
Firstly, is the foods, so that anything like alcohol and sugar and dairy, really, the processed dairy.
Is sweeteners not bad too?
Sweeteners are worse than sugar.
Yeah,
because the brain toxin supposedly, and your body thinks it's getting sugar, gives you a sugar craving. So I don't recommend.
How do you clear the liver? How do you clear the liver of toxins? That's the question you're wanting to know.
There's various ways, and there's lots of different supplements that can do that. There's also castor oil packs. So I wouldn't try it for overnight to start with. Just try it for a short time. But castor oil on a pack, you can get these packs now that can just kind of wrap around a lot easier than when I used to try them years and years ago. I still do them now.
Yeah,
and it's very comforting, and the castor oil is very sticky, and it just gets on you everywhere, clothes-wise. So you just wear something old.
They did that years ago, did they not? Though, I'm talking about a long while ago. Oh, a teaspoon of castor oil.
Yeah. But
You used to do it if you were pregnant too. When old days, if you were overdue, you could take a spoonful of castor oil.
Yes, you've got to be very careful with that because it does bring on labour. Yes, a lot of people don't recommend taking it internally now, but as a pack, and even just rubbing it in, you can just put it in your belly button actually. But it is very sticky, so
So what does it do then? What does that do?
It helps to.
You might be getting a castor oil pack tomorrow.
Honestly, you look at YouTube, there's so many things. I mean, people have got like skin issues and they just rub it in and they find that things clear from that.
What does it do with your
eyebrows, eyelashes?
But if you're putting the castor oil on your body, like
like a pack.
What does that do to your liver?
It helps to cleanse the liver.
Denise might be going to get a castor oil pack tomorrow too.
But just do it slow, do it over time. Don't.
Okay. So, but what does it do? It draws the toxins out of your body, or what does it do?
Yes, it just helps to. It's almost like castor oil is what's the plant called? Palmer Christi, and it holds all the colours of the light, of like the rainbow, all the colours. So it's giving you that boost of light, and it helps to just cleanse the body, and it's very healing. It was someone called Edgar Casey. It came through in his readings that it was really beneficial.
Really?
So there's tons of videos on YouTube.
I'm buying some tomorrow to try it.
Get the organic hexane-free one. I'm happy to send you any information about it.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Would you send some information about that?
I think
people will try this. People will try this, Judith, and then we'll come back with the results.
I've got
any aches or pains, you can put it on. Yeah.
I have a little shopping list going here. I've got papaya enzymes and I've got castor oil pack. I'm going to order get this sorted tomorrow and try it.
Yes. They're not cheap, these papaya enzyme things, but they have been so beneficial for people for all sorts. I mean, psoriasis, that they've had a good result.
Really?
I mean, they've had good results for so many things.
That's good to know.
Yeah, and even
yeah. Oh, can you send me some
details?
Some of that? Oh, yeah, that would be really good.
I take probiotics. I take not plugging it, but it's the BioCult probiotics I take with like 14 live bacteria, good bacteria. So if somebody like myself was on, like I take them every day for my gut, because I know my gut needs to be cared for. So do they need to be careful then, say, for my shopping list tomorrow? So can I not buy papaya enzyme if I'm on probiotics?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a prebiotic. It's more like a food. But it's not like having papaya, which papaya has got some enzymes in it. These are like small green ones. They come from Japan, and they make sure that they are a certain size and quality, and then they ferment it with just a little bit of dextrose. And it's, if you have them after food, it just works more like a digestive enzymes. But if you have them on an empty stomach, like enzymes, they help eat away all the.
So they kind of work similar to them, because as you're talking, Spirit is showing me pomegranate seeds as you're talking. So would that be the same? Because I feel that's why they're showing me pomegranate seeds. They're very good for your digestive, for your liver, your antioxidants and anti-inflammatory, and so they just show me pomegranate seeds.
I'm going to look that up, but
you don't know really if the benefits maybe they would help. I wondered why they showed me them.
I wonder if there's a supplement. I wonder if there's a supplement with pomegranate seeds, because I don't know. But this isn't just like your papaya. It's not like having papaya, as I said. You just get a little bit of enzyme quality. But this is really, a concentrated form of enzymes. And enzymes are meant to be so healing for the body. and people have found all sorts through the guts and the liver things and the sleep and hormones and everything has
So
helped.
really, the likes of Denise and Kira and Arwen that were asking different questions, there's no quick fix really, and it's really starting off with really self-care, small, flushing your system out, drinking water, looking after your gut, small. So, and they can build the likes of that up from there and progress rather than try and shock your body into something. It's better to, as you say, build that up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do like these Qigong exercises, and that helps the organs of the body. So the specific ones for like the liver and the gallbladder and the
Then see, our chakras are all connected to our organs in the body.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whatever you can do.
Our energy centers too.
But I would say when someone's eating, I say try and do it as mindfully as possible, rather than watching TV or looking at the phone or doing things like that, and just chewing the food and just say, body, is this what you want? And then notice if you're enjoying it, if you're not, and keep asking your body. Say, body, what do you want? You know, we have that intention of, I want to get healthier.
Cravings, you're craving for a reason.
What's that?
Cravings.
Cravings.
I went through an awful phase where my daughter used to eat sweet potato fries, and I used to say to her, I don't know how you eat those, until I tried them. And then I was kind of like every night, and she was going, oh, Mum, seriously, you need to stop eating them. But I knew I was eating them for a reason.
Yeah.
And because I'm physical, it was the electrolytes I was needing from the sweet potato, because I use a lot of I would use a lot of energy. So I work physically. So when I actually took the time to sit down and work it out, it was the electrolytes from the sweet potatoes, which I never knew sweet potatoes had, but my body was craving it.
Well, a lot of vegetables, vegetables now, though, with the soil, they don't have the same minerals that they used to. But it's the minerals that's the most important, because without the minerals, you don't digest the vitamins. So I would say to have, magnesium is one of the minerals that we are so lacking in. So
yeah, I take zinc, but I don't take magnesium now. I take zinc for an ailment.
I take zinc. I'm sure as well, though. Yeah,
I'm sure, especially as a medium, you lose a lot of magnesium for some reason. I think we all need it. Everyone's lacking in it. So there's different ones. There's one that I like, which it's an ionic one, and you get it with zinc and vitamin D and vitamin K2 and potassium and vitamin C, things like that, and have that in the morning. There's this magnesium L-threonate, which helps to pass the blood-brain barrier, and then there's magnesium glycinate, which I like in the evening because it helps with sleep. It's very calming. So there's different types, and you can take them at different times. But I would say to have them not too isolated, not just take one vitamin or one mineral, because if you take zinc, then it can knock your copper out. But it's having it in the most natural state as possible. So if you can get any kind of nutrients that have got occurring. So if you've got
magnesium naturally in?
What's that?
What is magnesium in naturally then? If you're not taking it as a
supplement. Well, I mean,
pick it up. So what foods is magnesium?
It's in like green leafy vegetables and nuts and seeds and some grains and things like that, but very, very little.
Is magnesium not got in bananas as well, though?
There's more potassium, but it's not massive amounts.
No.
Because we're so lacking in it. We're more lacking than ever. And with the stress as well, the stress depletes it, and drinking coffee and having kind of drinks, things like that.
On my shopping list again. I tell you what, I've got a workshop list going on here.
I was going to ask you another question, Julie. You deal and you help a lot in corporate businesses as well. You know, could you just explain a little bit more about what you do on that?
Yeah. I mean, I do cover like nutrition in there, and I talk about, you know, having the blood sugar, you know, the ups and the downs, and to keep it more balanced, and things to eat. And then I'll take some healthy snacks in, things for people to try, and also deal with something to help with, you know, sleep, with stress, and just getting vitality. People sit behind a desk or with a car or whatever, and it's you know, the need to move the body. So just doing things like simple things like just shaking the body out, just tapping the body, you know, just you know, on your K2 points, your kidney points here, you know, just tapping on there, you know, will just help with energy. It will help to clear some fear. Your thymus, just knocking there, that helps with immunity. You know, just even tapping your head, you've got meridians like the liver and the gallbladder, which are here, you know, just tapping there. And your spleen ones under you, look like a monkey under there, and the woman's even just massaging your ears. You know, if you want to massage your ears, it kind of, your ears cover all your body, and it'll just give you that boost and like a massage, you know, so you can have like a few minute full body massage, you know, by massaging your ears.
Whereabouts in the ear? Is it here or the top?
All the way down. All the way down.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Then you can put your fingers in your ears and rub them around, and and you'll feel so much more revitalized just after doing that, and just moving your body, and also, you know, like just, you know, that stroking your body, giving yourself a hug and a shake, and just stroking down your body.
And it is nice, actually.
Feel really protected and safe, like you're in a safe haven, and which is very comforting. So a lot of people are just kind of going through a lot of stress, and just holding these finger holds, which all relate to different emotions, and you know, just doing simple things.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's just things that people can do, even just kind of, you know, sat in meetings and things like that, or, you know, for 2 minutes they could just get up and move, you know. Even people can, you know, have the shoulders really high, you know, even just kind of moving the shoulders back, anything like that, and just relaxation. So just, you know, if you want to do a quick relaxation now,
have a dance and a sing along, and you feel great. Really do, lifts your vibration.
So do you have a premises that someone would come to, or do you go out and commute?
I normally go to visit companies and things like that, or can do this online, but people don't tend to come to me. I used to run healthy eating workshops, but it was just too difficult to organise. But I'm open to whatever, you know, if people have got any ideas, that's great. But at the moment, it's
You do online workshops.
I have done, but it's just not the same. People can't taste the foods and things like that. So I love in-person things. But as I said, just doing a relaxation, your subconscious mind doesn't know whether something's imagined or real. So you can take yourself now to, you know, a beautiful beach in the Bahamas, and just visualize yourself there, and just get all the sights, the sounds, the feelings, and it just has such a positive effect. Like minutes, and Do
you have any meditations? Do you have any meditations that you can buy, or?
No, I haven't done. And people say, "Oh, I should record some things." I haven't done, and
I think you should, though, Julie. I really do think you should. I think it would.
Yes, and I find that, I feel that if somebody said, you know, I'll record it for you, I'll do this. It's the same with anything on social media. I just can't be bothered sometimes. It's, you know, I'll film it, I'll do whatever. Great. I'll do it. But to do everything yourself, I just get too overwhelmed with it all.
Yeah. Fair enough.
If anybody wants to.
I find meditation very relaxing. I love meditation. I find it so relaxing.
Absolutely. Some people can't even do meditation because the minds are so active, and you find that once you kind of stop, and the key thing I say as well is, you know, when you try to avoid your feelings, say you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, a bit anxious, a bit fearful, and if you try to get rid of it, it's like telling a child or an animal, just go away, and they get louder and louder until you listen to them. So any kind of pain,
let the emotions out.
Just feel it to heal it. It's not easy because your mind was like, oh my gosh, I can't, I'm going to die. But just try and go into your body and just feel the energy in your body. Feel that emotion.
For anybody who finds it hard to meditate, I always say to them, just pick a relaxation one for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You know, just relaxation.
Yeah.
If you fall asleep, brilliant. That's working. Don't worry about falling asleep. And I think when people start to meditate, they put too much emphasis on it.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to clear the mind.
Yeah.
It's not about clearing the mind. It's like the mind will always chatter away. And it's just being aware of that.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I was also going to ask is, do schools ever invite you in for a talk?
I did many years ago. I did something, but it was more like it was older. It was older.
Yeah, high school.
I think it was even older than that. Yes, it was more of a school college type thing. But but no, I haven't done so.
Yeah.
Maybe something.
You know how they always go on about the nutrition in schools and healthy eating, etc.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I think it would be good if they had someone like you coming in and letting them taste different foods and talking about it and the health benefits, etc. You know, because it's all fair and well saying, well, you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't eat that, you know, but really, you can make it a real fun exercise, you know, and bring it in schools, and you know, instead of, as I just heard recently, I don't know if there's much truth in it or not, but you know how you never know with the news, but about looking into people's lunch bags, you know, what the parents have put in their lunch bags. They're going to try and bring this in, apparently, looking into the lunch boxes and see what have they got in the lunch boxes. Is it healthy? Is it not healthy? And if it's not, then put a letter to the parents. And I'm like, hold on a little minute, do you know?
Yeah, they can take it a bit too far.
Oh my gosh.
Arvin is suggesting maybe something for the parents in school would be good.
Yeah, that's probably better because, I think Jamie Oliver did quite a good job, didn't he, years ago? Organising something for the parents by the schools, yes.
Yeah.
But then you do have their breaks, and a lot of schools put on like breakfast things now, and a lot of schools do after school things. So definitely a field to be going to kind of look into, you know, especially with, you know, your expertise. You could help a lot of people in that area.
Yeah.
You know,
do you feel, Julie, that you're more, you have been guided, I feel you have, but been guided more spiritually intuitive, you know, from when you were younger? I kind of feel this is your path, and you are working for Spirit World, whether you're aware of it or not. But you're working for Spirit World in a way that you're helping with the nutrition and the health and the foods that can bring in good health, as you know, as well as food that can bring in not so good health, you know. So I kind of feel, you know, it's going way back to maybe years ago when everything was all basically food from the ground, you know. You know, earthbound foods, you know, if I'm explaining it right. But I just feel this is your kind of role, and I just feel Spirit are guiding you in that kind of role with you.
But it's been a lot.
I love the lady with you, who works with you a lot.
Who works with me?
Yeah, a lovely lady. I feel she's more like a grandmother link with you. You know, on your mum's side of the family, you know. So
being guided.
You're being guided. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Over there a long, long while, this woman. Yeah. Yeah. So I just feel you've been guided from quite young. You know. And of course, I'm nearly going into a message there. I was just going to say, she's got this she's got a penny on as well, do you know, and she made all the home baked breads.
I was going to say, does she have a rolling pin? I'm being shown a rolling pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to home cook, yeah.
Yeah, right in there.
As soon as you said the apron, I could see the rolling pin.
Yeah, I can in the kitchen, and the kitchen was very plain, but it had everything that was needed, you know, but very plain, very spaced out, you know, workshop that she had in the kitchen, and everything was all from the base and the roots, the very beginning, you know.
Natural.
It was all,
yeah. That's what people did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Organic wasn't a thing because everything was organic.
No, yeah. She used to go out the garden and just pick stuff out from the garden as well and bring it in, and you know, so I just felt she was very close around you, this woman, you know. So yeah.
It's nice to hear that. Yes, I mean, I think my dad as well. My dad was kind of into health and you know, nutrition before he died. Especially, he got this magazine, and I know he's always with me, and I get signs.
Yeah. This lady was over there long before your dad.
Ah, okay.
Long before your dad. Yeah. Yeah.
She great grandmother.
I wonder.
I think so. She's way
I'm getting great grandmother. So yeah. I don't think it's a different person. I think I'm linking in with you. I think that's I'm getting great grandmother.
Right in there. Right in there. And I was like, whoa. You know.
Yeah, she's guiding you to go back into Mother Earth provides us with so much, and the herbs and the plants and the seeds. So it's very much we're all being guided to go back and learn from what she can provide, what Mother Earth can provide us. Really, So even medicines, in every way, Mother Earth.
Oh, absolutely. I heard. Yeah, a woman told me recently. She was a homeopath. She was a tutor at my college many years ago, like 20. Let me think, how old am I now? I'm 50, almost 56. So I was 25 years ago. Had this tutor, and she was amazing. And I kept thinking about her in the past so many months, thinking, I wonder what happened to her. And I looked her up, couldn't find anything. And then I bumped into her. And so I got to know her. And she was telling me that she said there was somebody had this. What were they growing in the garden? Comfrey or something? I don't know. And they said, you know, everything that is that you need is with you. So she started to make a tea with it. She had cancer, and she healed herself from this tea. And then, as soon as it was cleared, it stopped growing.
All right. Yeah. Interesting.
I personally, I truly believe there's nothing coincidental. Everything is synchronized.
Oh, that's right. Absolutely. Yeah, there's no such thing as coincidence.
Yeah, Spirit will always put in front of you or if you don't see it, they'll keep showing you, or they'll keep bringing it in around you some way until you realize, okay, this is okay. I'm meant to see this. There's a reason why I'm seeing it. So Spirit, they're very good that way, aren't they, Alice? They're very good at putting things in front of you, and before you know it, it's like it's came around again, and okay, then
Talking about things going in front of me, right? What does parsley mean? What would parsley be? Because I keep this is crazy. I keep seeing parsley. So what vitamin?
Minerals. It's got vitamin C. Good amount of vitamin C in it, and a lot of kind of minerals. It's very kind of cleansing as well. In fact, I think parsley helps cleanse heavy metals. I know coriander does.
You're getting pomegranate seeds, and I'm getting parsley.
Yeah, I'm getting handfuls of pomegranate seeds shown to me.
Yeah, well, that's what you need.
Up and see.
That's parsley I was getting.
Oh, that's great.
So Alice, you need to see what you need parsley.
And that's what I like to do, is to kind of help people to find out within them, rather than me tell them, is to build up their own intuition. And just to say, oh my gosh, I'm just getting this guidance that I need to do this. And
I think with me and Alice, Spirit's just saying, ladies, listen here. they're not guiding us to it. They're just showing us it. Now pay attention.
This is what you need.
Yeah, that's what we need.
I've never had that before, Judith. Plate of parsley that's coming right in front of me.
He kept showing me like handfuls of red pomegranate, and I was like, what is this linking in with what Julie's talking about? Because I don't know why they would show me, why all of a sudden they're showing me handfuls of pomegranate seeds.
Do you know that? Do you remember there was a children's program, and it was there was a tune about a parsley. My friend called.
Yes, I remember that.
You remember that? Yeah, that's what I keep hearing, and I'm like, what on earth is this? And then I seen a plate of parsley in front of me. You know, I've got a friend called.
Spirit are very good in that sense, because a while ago I had problems with my thyroid, and every time I went into the shop, I kept getting apples and pears, apples and pears, apples and pears, and I was like, don't know why I want these apples and pears, but I need apples and pears. And apples and pears is a superfood for thyroid. It's really, really good for thyroid. So Alice, you're getting that parsley for a reason, and I'm getting
absolutely
yes. Reason.
Infection at the moment, so I wonder if it's something to do with I'm needing something to stop. The Arwen is actually put up. I always cumin. Is it cumin? Yeah, I always get cumin.
Cumin, very good for the digestion.
Oh, from Alice.
Yeah.
Is that spicy?
Your list is getting longer and longer.
Well, it is an ingredient in curry, but it's not very spicy. It's not very hot or anything. It's just
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a full shopping list going on here.
Yeah.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things so far. I've got the papaya. I've got the castor oil. I've got the magnesium. I've got the cumin, and I've got pomegranate seeds.
Pomegranate seeds. You know, you can put the castor oil. They do packs for the thyroid, and that's really good. So I'll send you details. Yeah, I'll send details.
I'm quite interested in the castor oil packs, and the other one is it papaya. You said about for the psoriasis.
Yes.
I'm quite interested in looking up about that because do you know, I've just looked up here for you, Judith. Here we go. We've got pomegranate seeds could help reduce inflammation, slow cancer cell growth, fight infections, and boost the brain function. Plus, they're delicious.
Well, I can take that. I can take the inflammation, and I can take. I'm still getting over the pneumonia. So I'm still up until 3 weeks. I'm still having to go back off and on antibiotics. So,
well, the antibiotics, they can kind of damage the gut. So the papaya helps with that, the enzyme.
But also the inflammation.
Yeah.
And instead of you can actually just have I'd say little amounts of fermented foods, like sauerkraut and kefir and kimchi, things like that. Just little amounts,
What does the parsley mean, Alice?
I've just looked up the parsley as well, Judith. I'm being very busy while talking.
My phone's flat, or I would have.
Yeah, it says parsley's vitamin K is important because it helps blood to clot in addition to contributing to bone health. Parsley is rich in vitamin C and antioxidants, which helps reduce the risk of serious health conditions like diabetes, stroke, heart disease, and cancer. But the bone health is quite interesting because I've got osteoporosis now. So that's interesting.
Bone.
Yeah.
She said bones. I thought that's what it is. Bones.
Yeah. So that's what I would take from the parsley as a bone because of the osteoporosis.
I might be wrong here, but I'm going intuitively because I haven't a clue when it comes to foods. But every time I look at my list and I've got castor oil, I keep getting inflammation. Does castor oil reduce inflammation?
Yes.
Every time I looked at castor oil, I kept getting inflammation.
And so does your pomegranate seeds. So
yeah. And so does the papaya. Yes. Oh my gosh, you'll be fighting fit soon.
Honestly. See, my shopping list, there was method behind my madness. It's going with me tomorrow. I'm going to order all my things tomorrow. So I am.
Excuse me.
Has espresso and has parsley and banana. Yeah. I'll tell you another thing that's good for us is maca, M-A-C-A, which is I say the red one's the best for women, but it can be used like an HRT replacement, really. It's helped people with hot flushes, but also because it's got your vitamins and minerals, like it has got your magnesium and potassium and B vitamins and things like that. It helps like with the bone health.
Do you get that in a supplement or in food?
In supplements, you can get it in powder form. Again, I can send you details. I've got a whole menopause information thing. So, yeah.
Arvin's put, my mum has osteoporosis and has parsley and bananas.
Yeah.
You know, I have learned something tonight. You always learn something on this show, don't you, Judith? You always do. But you know what we're going to ask you, though? You know, we've got a question for you, haven't we? Yeah, well, Judith doesn't know that, but she does. Collagen. What's the best collagen for your skin? Yeah.
Well, so there's ones that I've got different types of collagen, because there's some that I've just got like one type of the collagen.
I noticed that.
However, it's not right for everybody. Some people, obviously because of the gut, it's not as well tolerated by some people. And I would say just have it in very small dosage. But people have found, you know, even with hair growth and things like that, it's really helped. But there's type 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's different types. But the one that's got all of the types together is the best one. I can have a look. I've got.
The collagen drinks, I see people taking the collagen drinks, and I'm not judging anybody by any means, but I'm just a bit, something makes me think, no, I don't think we should be drinking that. We should maybe, if you're putting it externally on your skin, but
internally.
If you got collagen, just like you can get it in powder form, and you can do it, you can just add it to yourself, but I wouldn't get these things that we've got, like just all these additives in. And
well, I've got to admit, I did get collagen drink. I did. I won't mention the company or anything, but I did, and people noticed a massive difference in my skin. And I never told anybody that I was taking this collagen, and I was on it for a month, and the amount of people that said to me, "Oh my goodness, you're glowing," you know. Every time I see you, you look as if you're getting younger, you know. And I was like, I've been on it like 3 months or something by that time, you know. And I thought, I'll tell them I've been taking collagen drink, but I couldn't keep it up because it was expensive.
But I take aside the expense. Did you get any negatives from it?
No, I felt great on it. Right. Honestly, Judith, I felt good on it. Felt really good on it.
Well, you can just get, you know, you don't have to get, like, as I say, the drinks with all the additives in and everything. You can just get something in powder form, and just make your own kind of, you know, drink. Yeah.
This was pure collagen. It was pure collagen, and it was in little sachets.
Stress and taking collagen and biotin make it go back. Yeah, absolutely. It's good because it helps the gut, and it's all about the gut.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what I actually find? I'm starting to get a bit paranoid because I could feel my hair was getting thinner, and I was like, why is my hair getting thinner? But then I researched it without meaning to research it. And it turns out when you have had pneumonia, it can damage the hair cuticles, and it can make you, it can affect your hair. So I'm with Armin on this one, and I'm definitely going to do, what was that? What was the quick?
She said she took
biotin,
collagen, and biotin.
Yeah, biotin. Yeah.
So what's biotin?
It's biotin. It's one of the B vitamins. I think biotin. It's usually in B complex. But it's a nutrient that is meant to help with like hair growth.
Does that help with skin as well, or is it just the hair?
Skin and hair, yes. You see, the boost, you know, the gut, the immune system. So anything, you know, affects the immune system will affect the gut. So yeah,
and that's what causes an awful lot of conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis. You know,
rheumatoid it's an immune, it's an autoimmune.
It's not an immune problem. It's an autoimmune disease.
Yeah.
You know, and I think
it's all to do with the gut. All stems from the gut.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, they tell you that behind your calves, you know, your calves, the back of your legs, it's like your second heart. It's like your second heart. So you tap them. So like it's like to keep your heart active and to keep yourself. You tap like 50 times each on the back of your calves each day, and your gut is like part of your like another brain. It's very much. It's so you're that. With that, I love watching it. I'm not trying to plug them because I can't remember their name, but I follow them a couple of, and it's the Japanese, and they know the movements and the different, but it all relates to different.
Tai Chi.
Oh, Tai Chi.
I don't know if it's that. It could be. If it's not something very similar. I don't
slow movements, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's like Qigong. Yeah, it comes from the same as Qigong, and they do a lot of things that.
And they do, and they touch. It's different parts of your body, and it activates your organs and it helps.
Absolutely.
And I find. See, I don't know whether it's as you get older or whether it's because of the spiritual side. I personally find that I stopped smoking. I've switched from decaf. I've went gluten off my bread. I'm on flaxseed, different things. And I'm purposely drinking a lot more. I keep the water that tells you, how much you've drunk each day. So as it keeps me right. So I find that slowly but surely you do make them changes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
absolutely. You can't tell anybody, if you're not ready.
That's right.
Well, you have to be ready. It's like smoking, like, you have to have that switch. You have to be ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
You definitely have to be kind of switched on in that zone. But I do believe that, although not everybody realizes that, they're always guided by spirit. Everything happens spiritually and things first before it all manifests physically. So that intuition is your spirit team talking to you. If you're not working with spirit, that intuition is our spirit team, talking to us and guiding us. Yeah.
I mean, you'll hear people say things like, I don't know why I did that, but I went in and then I bumped into this person. I don't normally get into that place either. I don't know why I did, and they're not realizing, it was all spirit led, you were getting to do that.
I'm sitting here giggling. Can you notice anything?
No, what?
We look like we're wearing the same color top.
Oh my goodness, so we are. Oh my
goodness. We're even V-necks.
Oh my goodness. So we are. For anybody that's listening on the podcast, we're actually wearing a kind of wine coloured top. It's V-neck and it looks identical. They say twins do that, don't they? They say twins do that. They know exactly what the other person's going to wear, or not, and they're wearing the same things. This was spirit having a laugh, I think, tonight. that is so true. We are exactly the same looking,
Same colours. It's very similar colour. I was just looking and thinking, Alex is wearing the same colour as me. I was like, no spirits out there work here.
Well, it's good to have a laugh, and laughing is so important. It's so important with health as well. And Julie, before we say goodnight to you, do you have anything that's coming up that you would like to share, to the listeners tonight?
Well, I'll be at a Mind Body Spirit event this weekend, the 9th and 10th of March at Middleton Masonic Hall. I think it's Middleton Masonic Pavilion even, for the 2 days, and I'll have my book there, and I'll be doing some neck and shoulder head massage, and I'll be doing talks. It's all free to go in, and the talks are all free. The sessions are free. So that's this weekend, 9th and 10th. And also I'll be at the Stockport Masonic Hall again on the 7th and 8th of September. It's the Saturday and Sunday. Is it I think it's 7th and 8th of September, yeah. And that's the Stockport Masonic Mind, Body, Spirit, and I'll be doing the same there.
Oh, excellent. That's really good. So if anybody wants to come along, I would also like to just share for podcast listeners who cannot see what's on here tonight. If you want to contact Julie, then it would be www.juliesilver.co.uk/ at the end. And also Julie at juliesilver.co.uk. Okay. So if anybody wants to get in touch, they know where to get in touch with you. And you've it's been great tonight. It's been lovely having you as a guest. I hope you've enjoyed yourself as well. And
can I just say, Alice, I have an event. Sorry, I wanted before we finished, I wanted to let everybody know that I have an event next week, next Thursday, 14th. It's a free event. It's a free event for everyone to come along. It's 2 hours where I have a guest, the secret healer from South Africa. So he's very quirky in his way he works with his cards and astrology and psychic. And I'll be doing physical mediumship. So the links is on my page.
Oh, that's good.
Is that in person?
So it's online.
It's online.
It's on my page. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When is that again? Sorry, when is that?
Thursday.
Next
14th.
Yeah. Okay. 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 I'll try and get on to that. That would be good.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll try and get on to that. It sounds very interesting. I remember you mentioned it to me before, so I'm glad you've shared that out there for other people to know. Because I think that'll be a really good night. So, So I will love and leave you all. And before we say good night to everybody, I'd just like to say good night to Julie and thank you. And hopefully maybe we'll get you back on again later on and you can tell us what's happening with you, and send over that information, please, if you could. Judith and I will try testing it. Okay.
If people want to look at some things I recommend, they can go on my website, and I've got recommended health products and services on there.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And blogs, but just I'll send some things out.
Yeah, I did see quite a lot of that last night when I was looking. But I was getting confused about what would I get? What would that be?
Whatever.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Brilliant.
No problem.
Lovely to see you, meet you, and
I will just say
bye to everybody else.
Get our music on to say good night to everybody, and for coming on. Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Do you know